G'day and welcome back to Hutan Pantai, where we're trying to get this temple finished as fast as humanely possible to get this season over and done with and into a new map. So we want to get as many productions tested in the meantime in preparation for that next Hutan Pantai's better version map called Settlers by Setka Simulators. Really excited. We'll have realistic weather, precision farming, crop damage, all of the above, so I'm really keen to finish this one off as fast as possible. And last episode we finished off the carrots, the sorghum, the rice, as well as the potato harvest. So we got soup going, we've got some chips making, as well as more in the preserved food. Bringing the rice back, that I just finished the outside of that last rice field off with that harvester, and we've got what it picked off that field in the back of the trailer right now. So I plan to drop this in the grain mill, just the normal one, not the extended. It should be okay to go in here. And we'll be able to get some rice flour made. I'm kind of also thinking of dumping some rice into the preserved factory, the long grain specifically, next month to make some rice boxes. Might be an idea. I've never really made them, but apparently they are really quite profitable. So let's turn the short grain rice on, just at 200%. I'm perfectly happy with that. Definitely won't have that mod or anything really unrealistic in the new series. I want to do everything base and just really looking forward to getting into harvesting myself. Like, do you think I like using workers as much as I do? You'd be very wrong. I don't like using workers unless it really saves me time, or at the moment, I'm just not able to do it all myself. There is just no way I'm able to do it myself. So while I did say to get some long grain rice, but what we might do is, as we're doing that, I might start this up, skip some time. We'll go on 30x as we need to go, or even 60x, as we grab some long grain rice. And in the meantime, we'll try and top as many different things up. So we need to get some buffalo milk into, it's technically the dairy goats up the top there. I usually use that as a backup if there's too much buffalo milk. So let's get some long grain rice. Let's just get, say, 10,000 litres. Just make some rice boxes for now. That should be okay. The potato chips are going to make extremely fast, so I definitely need to turn this down. I really aren't struggling for money at the moment, so they can just crank down to there. It'll take a lot longer for it to be made and filled up. That's why it was green. So we'll get this into the preserved food, or the canning factory. Get some rice boxes made for one of the first times ever. And see what other productions we can finally top off before getting into the next month. So let's dump that there, go into the preserved food, into there, and get the long grain rice boxes online. At 100%, that should be okay. Many things are online. It might even be worth buying some green beans just to say we've done that as well. But I did that a long time ago, and I decided not to do it this harvest, or plant any last harvest, or last season, whatever you want to call it. Still pumping through everything. The refined wood looks like it's going to run out, so we might need to go over and fix that, or at least maybe get our wood production to actually make more. Wood production, 300%. Let's turn this on. It's going to complain as it has no liquid fertilizer at the moment, but I do have the liquid. I think that just ticked over an hour. We do have lots of liquid fertilizer been made over in this factory right here. So it takes some slurry and some water and it makes the liquid fertilizer. Pretty even, pretty realistic right there. And I definitely won't start off with mods like this, the wood production. I will just cut the trees down, as I will need to make room by cutting trees down. We have the wood chips distributing, that's like pumping into one of the more recent factories, the refined wood chip and fuel briquette production, sawdust, however you want to call it. Turns all that stuff. Make sure you check out the last episode if you want to see more of that. What else have we got? So let's jump on out of that. The refined wood, actually, is that wood on distributing? Yes, it is. So that will definitely pump it up a little bit more, as that should now go up. We just ticked over an hour, so it hopefully will be more than an hour. Excellent. So as we saw, now it's going up. The dairy goats buffalo milk. So let's jump into where are ya? Which one was it? It's this one here. No, it's the one down here. There it is. It's hiding from us. We can just go and grab some of the buffalo milk, dump it in to where it needs to go into the dairies, and I might even grab some of the cow milk very quickly to dump in the ice cream factory, because we still dumped that milk a long time ago in the multi-dairy production, just some excess stuff, but we never actually activated the production, so the milk is just sitting there, hopefully refrigerated and it won't go bad. So that's fine that it's kind of run out at the moment. We are on our way there now, and that's just the excess in that goat production. So we can pick some of this up. Pigsty food, we didn't do that last episode, and I'm pretty sure the ute is still going to be over there. That we'll need to top that up, so we definitely won't want them to run out. We'll drop the time down just a little bit. I'll dump some of this into the main dairy, the majority of it. I'll probably leave 2.5, about that, and then I'll click around and we can dump the rest of it in the goat dairy. That's good. So that can probably stay there, or we can probably get that milk over to the ice cream factory very quickly. What else have we got? Spinnery, the wool probably needs to be turned down. The reason why it's starting to catch up and starting to run out is because the cotton spinnery production is not on. Oh, let's go right here. If I can still make that trigger, I can. 10,000 litres of milk. We have plenty. While that's kind of filling up, let's jump in this, grab that pig food so we can speed that time up again. Let's just zip on around here. And do another U-turn because we're right next to the pig food outlet right there. And we'll get pig food, 11,700 litres worth we have here, and this takes 7, so that'll leave quite a bit left, at least another half trailer's worth, and I can't really quite remember how long this lasted, as we have, what, 186 pigs, I think it was. Let's just dump that. I think it was 186, 187 pigs. And they have more offspring, even though there's no more room, but that's fine. That'll be good. Let's just turn this off when it empties out. And we can drive that milk over to the ice cream and some of the dairy quickly. Good. Done. And then I'm sure we can probably get this back up to an extra 30. Spinnery wool, the tailor shop, the fabric. The rice boxes are going to run out in 7 hours. That really didn't take long. What I might do is to prolong the time a bit. I'm going to do that and half the production speed on it, so it should take double the amount of time to run out. That's mainly why I have that mod in this specific time, just to try and like minimize the loss as much as possible. Potato chips are going to be full extremely fast, so I might even have that set to auto sell, as it's going to save a severe amount of time. So I'm going to dump most of this in here and just move away from the voices and the audio. Not even sure what language that is, to be honest, but it is a fantastic little mod. Turn some milk, strawberries and water and all that into ice cream. There we go. So we should just dump the rest of this into the dairies for the cows, which we can even get a worker to do that real quick. Dairy cows. Thank you. And then we can go into the potato process and tell these to sell. Like so. There we go. So the next hour, very soon, they will sell. The water is still being made. That's kind of annoying. Briquettes are going to be full in 15. All of that should be good. Pigsty's got 15 hours worth, so we can run into the next month and make some more then. Everything else should be okay from there. So let's see if there's any way we should be able to make some wood chips. I think that might actually be an idea to start making some wood chips, so all of those won't run out. It will slow the rest of these down, which is fine by me, which we didn't actually distribute. Oh, we did. Excellent. So that might even mean we can get that silicon factory up and running on 50%. We'll leave them running overnight. So the next hour it will kick in. And this is mainly why I have the light post here on the dairy. It just does that every single time. And should stop a little further than I wanted, so I'll just back it up a little bit and stop that there. Good, all of those should fill up, so I'll just skip a little bit more. And then all of those coppers and stuff, the ores, should come over. Excellent. All of that should be a-okay. Universal crusher says it's going to run out of wood, but we should be making some here. Water. Yeah. Let's turn it all on. Let's turn absolutely everything on. I don't know if that's going to overall slow it down, but 300, 300, 300, and 100 should hopefully do it all. We're going to pump through the amount of seeds we're going to have. So where is my seed production? We need to have some wheat in there. So let's go and jam some wheat in it. This one here. We have plenty of wheat. And we'll be able to get that seed production online, and that should be the last job for the day. If we run out of something overnight, I'm not too fussed because it's the end of the series and not too bothered by that. Just get a decent amount of wheat. Say if we do 20,000, we'll get 30,000 seeds out of that because it gives me a 1.5 return on it. So I get 1.5 seeds to every 1 liter of wheat I put in. It takes some herbicide, sure, but that just turns lime and some like water and rocks and stuff like that just into that herbicide from the liquid manure production, which we'll drive pretty close to right now. Super excited to get stuck into the grapes that need to be harvested next month as well. Super, super keen on that one. So let's just jam these seeds right there and we can get the seed production online Lots of herbicide, don't need any of that. Got 3,000 seeds in here, but just a little bit more will not hurt at all. And what we might do, let's go first person and go up through one of my favorite spots in this map. Up through these trees, and I've done many different graphics changes and performance changes, so this might be a little stopperage, but I've tried to buffer out and zoomed around the map before recording to get this all done. So we've got the raspberry production, which I actually just saw the video saying the factory behind it is a loss, not a profit, by like double. But making the raspberries, as they are with those two front things, is very worth your time in doing. So the raspberry cell, you make a profit, but the jam and the raspberry juice, you do not make a profit, you make a loss actually. So you lose money in doing that. Good thing to know. Good thing to know. Zip on over here. There we go. Oh, a little bit stuttery, but that was a new spot we had to go through. Next time it won't be as bad. There we go. Good. I think that should be okay to then skip on into the next month and get that next harvest started. I'm super excited to get the grape production and that ongoing now that the fuel briquette allows any oil to be taken into it. So we have none of the rice needing to be watered. I'll do a last quick check on this one. I'm not too fussed about anything running out, to be honest. We can sort that out in the morning. But let's go ahead and just zip on into 8 a.m. and see how the animals and that have gone. Hopefully the pigs haven't run out or anything like that. But end of the season, maxed everything out. I'm not too fussed. Not too fussed at all. Pigsty meadow. So have these guys actually run out? I don't know. Preserved food. That one there can turn off. Seed production, that's finished. Quartz sand, that one's done. Refined wood is full, so that should be a-okay. I can turn that one off maybe, even though that's another wood chip production itself. We'll need to go feed the pigs, the fuel production, the briquettes are going to be full, so let's go ahead and tell them to sell, save some time. Same with the cereal. So we might as well skip somewhat close to the next hour. Let's go and have a look at what the pigs are doing. It's a little foggy actually. Might need to turn that fog off. Let's do that now. There we go, much better. No, they haven't run out. Oh, they ran out of food, but they're still at 100%, so that's a-okay by me. Let's sort that out pronto, shall we? And then we can get on harvesting what we need to get done. The grapes, the long grain rice, as well as that last cut on the spinach we can get, as we've already done one of them in June, I think it was, might have been July. So we got 47.17, a little bit more than 50% on that, so that's a-okay. This should last a little bit. And we'll need to start dumping some stuff in there to make some more pig food at some point today. I wonder what we actually have to sell, to be honest. Anything of interest? Fine salt, and water. So we've got like 1/4 mils worth of fine salt, and I'm not going to worry about the water at all. That should be all good there. Let's get down to... Oh, I didn't return the rice harvester, from last episode. So let's do that. Not that we really needed to worry about money as always. But let's jump in this one, as we should be able to harvest this long grain rice as is. Hopefully those wheels and that are all out. Yep, excellent. So let's get this on started where it needs to go, around to the left, Sharpie. And it's right next to it. Looks like we missed a bit of potatoes there. Let's just go and blast this over here. And we should be able to cut right through. Hopefully there's no traffic. No. There we go. Don't run over the crop. We always have crop destruction on. There we go. Now just drive a little bit over to the side, and hopefully it'll pick up the correct field. Yep. There we go. Excellent. So we got that one ongoing. We need to get into this one here, and we need to get the spinach on started, which is just over to our right on the other side of the soybean field. Which I wonder when we need to harvest that. Let's actually have a quick peek at when the soybeans get harvested, because my soybean factory is not going at the moment. Soybeans next month. Okay, that's not too bad. That's not too bad. But we've got the spinach. The long grain rice has already started. And I'm super excited to at least get on the grapes with that grape production. It's definitely one of my favorite productions out of any of them, as I really do enjoy doing the vineyards and things like that. Like all base game, one row at a time. Yeah, sure, I've modded a mod just to make it a little easier and a bit more OCD satisfying. But that's just how I like it. Oh, it's just perfect for me. Chill, watch a good movie, or watch some farming simulator on YouTube, however it is. Where are we? So the spinach was here, and it's got large weeds. I did not know I had to weed it afterwards. Hey, this is the first time I'm doing spinach, so that actually kind of makes sense. That is absolutely fair, in my opinion. So that's a good learning lesson for me for next time. And incoming fog all of a sudden. Why? I don't know why that happens. Like, I'll go in. And it does nothing. It absolutely does nothing. So let's go over here now that we have to deal with the fog. Absolutely awesome. You gotta love that. I don't know why it does that, to be honest. And now, while they are getting done, let's see if we can zoom in, get into this one here, as we'll need to get some trailers down there. So we'll get this one on its way down to the spinach. So that might be the easiest. Oh, it's a little stuttery. I don't know why. This one. Nope. This one. Set destination all the way over here. And you should have no problem. Target is unreachable. Yeah, right. It's unreachable. Go to the spinach field. Thank you. Good. And then, of course, there's traffic in the way. Gotta love it. Gotta love it. Do you mind? And look, it's going to be even more difficult to select it and do it. All right, no traffic in the way, please. Go, 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 go. Thank you. So while he's on the way down there, I need to jump into this one here. It is empty. We can get this down to the rice field itself. And then what I might actually do is, while that's doing quickly at some point, I'm going to restart the game and see if that fixes this fog. Like yes, it does set the ambience and all that, but when you've seen it so much on this map and it starts blocking everything, it becomes more of a nuisance than an immersion. Alright, we'll just zip this on around here. And we shouldn't have problems at all, either getting on the field or off it if we use just this little spot right there. So I'm going to do a quick restart and I'll be back. Alright, just restarted. Let's see if we can get rid of this. Fog level density 0. Set height to 0. No, it has absolutely no effect whatsoever. Unfortunately, I don't know how to remove the fog. If you know, let me know in the comments below, because with my poor eyesight, this really does not help. It really doesn't. So the chicken coop looks like it needs to get some food, just trying to top off everything and anything we possibly can. So let's jump on in this. Okay, so it has absolutely none in it. So let's get in to the CV series and let's just go and top it off with some wheat. So that doesn't have any problems, just while we're waiting for the harvesters to fill up. As I'm kind of hesitant on the grapes just yet, because I really want to get my first proper time lapse in with it. But that's why I'm kind of really irritated about the fog. So let's just quickly drive on over here. This is how I used to do it. Brings back very good memories, and I'm really excited to get back into the default kind of way of doing all this. Nope, missed it. Ah, come on. There it is. Nice and back, so it doesn't push us out. And it doesn't matter if it pushes the cedar over, that's empty anyway, so it won't be that heavy anyway. The cement factory needs to be topped up with some stones. Not that we really need it, so we're more than happy to just make that run out, as the temple doesn't really need any of them, to be honest. It might need some tiles soon. Might be good to go and just pop up there and have a look at it very quickly. Let's just go ahead and park this out of the road. Fuel production wheat is going to run out. That's for our coffee. So we should go and dump some of it in there while we've got this, actually. Get some more wheat. Go and dump that over there. What else have we got? Let's scroll down the list. Tailor shop, the fabric. Food's gonna last for 10 hours. That's one of the AI workers. That's probably the rice. Dairy cows, milk. So yeah, we need to do the milk for the cows. fuel production, which is just there, right next to our coffee. Oh, trees. Oh, where are we going? I can't see anything. Hang on. Yep, I missed it. I missed that a lot. Back it up. Just back it up. Wait. Fuel production. Oh, no, that's the briquette. I'm a little silly, but we can actually get this person just on a worker to jump down there. We can dump that in there nice and easy. Go to the grass field that way. There we go. So now we can jump into this one and go and empty out, hopefully, that harvester. If that's the one that's complaining is full, it should be. It is not. Oh, the lights are on, so yeah. Unfortunately, it's going to have the auger over the field. So we're just going to have to zip next to it for the time being until it stops. Then we can jump out and take over quick. Zip this on around. Get the long pipe. Won't empty everything out as the trailer only takes 37,500 litres. But it should definitely be able to get us back on going. Good. So we can even get this to deliver into our silo and loop back. I'll just wait for it to start up. Thank you. How are we on this one? Almost. We won't get anywhere near as good of a yield as what we did on the last time because of those weeds, but learning experience. Learning experience. What's this one? Oh, this one was on its way to the spinach field. But I had to restart the game to try and get rid of that fog, which didn't eventually work. That used to be the thing, and then they updated it, and now it just comes back really fast. Yeah, so it might be a little jolty down here just because of the graphics changes, just updating those shaders in the background, but it should only happen once. Just Farming Simulator, the game itself, and red lights and traffic are literally the bane of my existence on this thing. They are absolutely impossible. You always get them. Always, always, always. Here we go. Awesome. So we should be able to empty this out instead of having to drive it back. We can just use this tractor and an AI to take it to the preserved food factory for the spinach bags. Have the worker on the way back. Going very well so far. So let's jump into this one and let's get this wheat into the fuel briquette production. Preserved food, the peas in that are going to run out, but that's okay. We haven't got any more. I'm pretty sure we dumped all of them. We didn't save any, not like I normally do. Recently I've been forgetting, like I did a lot last episode actually. Let's get that one in there. Need to get the milk. Gold ore is kind of running out. Let's just turn these off, let them build up a little bit more. stones at the cement factory. So we'll dump this out, get this on a worker back up to the farm. About here should be okay. That was probably the rice finishing off. So what I need to do is just get the edges very quickly. Shouldn't take too long. We'll just zip around, literally just zip around the field. Won't be that many liters, but it'll be something. It's worth it. There we go. Apparently the worker has been blocked twice now. So let's unfold that one because we'll need to get over to the other rice field. A little bit more difficult than it is to get to this one. And we'll figure out what's going on with these workers. Oh, they literally? Really? All right, let's get this one out of the way. Continue going where you're going, and that red one should continue driving where it needs to go. Let's go to... Need to go over here, so let's see if we can stop it about there, because we'll definitely need to empty out the rice so we can fold it up and not have the pipe hit the trailer all the time. There we go. So let's get into this one here. Dump that one we have already. Now, hopefully getting over there shouldn't be a issue, talking about the pipe clipping the back of it, but at least going this way and doing this, you'll see the difference of why I don't usually like driving, because I can't fold the harvester up because it is filled, obviously. It's got stuff in it. No canola. We harvested all these at one of the start of the season series, whichever one. Now I'm thinking I might actually, no, I'm not going to risk it and try and take the header attached to the harvester over the bridge. Let's see if I can go here and do it. It's going to be a little tight, but I think we might be able to do it. Oh, no, not if I knock it over. Very tight, very tight. Catch that. Excellent. That was a little bit weird. And then we'll do this. Okay, so now I see if I can unjackknife myself here, as this was what I was planning on doing. Yes, and it worked a lot better than I thought it would, to be honest. There's a great demand for fish. Interesting. So let's just hope this doesn't get stuck on anything, as the workers have been generally really good in FS25. Just worry if it's going to get stuck on this lamppost or not. Whee! This is not me driving, this is the AI. Wow, okay. So that trailer is on its way down. This one finished literally at the start of me harvesting the edges of that rice field. So let's just duck into the map. Make sure we're not missing anything of vital importance. No, not particularly. Oh, hang on. This articulation on the steering can be a little bit much. let's get that into there. There we go. I can do that to put it in transport mode, that to fold that out, and then wait for it, pop, fold that all in like this. Wow, this is really, really dirty. It could use a wash, a severe wash. So let's tell it to go just here, and then we can take over, just so it doesn't drive through absolutely everything. Oh, it looks like he's taken the bridge over. As promised, the AIs actually do use these roads, and it's actually going to use the bridge to get over to that the long grain rice field faster. Or is this where I told it to go? Yes, over there. But this is perfectly fine just here. Let's just see if we can turn it around. I know I said it does use it. I should have let it drove over the bridge, but it's just going to waste a little bit more time, and we need to do a U-turn here somehow. And get it over to the rice. Go. We shouldn't be in the way here. Should be able to turn that off. Excellent. This one needs to go up to and deliver to the preserved food factory. No looping, as that should be all of that spinach. And wait for it, thinking about it. Done. Good. So we've got one last the short grain, long grain, whatever it is. Long grain? Yeah, long grain rice. All done. We can finally start, I think, on this. Let's go over to the maintenance, because I do not remember if I had this set in olive or grape harvesting mode. So before I start harvesting anything, I should definitely go and double check that. Good. I can just cut on through here. Zip on over here. And this is a really fun testing mod. I've only used this once so far. So is it in olives? We need it in grapes. So that should be A-OK there. 5,000. I'll keep it standard, and I'll show you how I've been doing it. Unless, for the time lapse, I think I might extend it just this one time, just to allow me to harvest double the amount without dumping it and stopping it so often. Yeah, I think that might be interesting. To get that a little nicer. But while everything is harvesting a little bit, I reckon we can get a start on these grapes. And one of the best things about this Colossus mod is the camera settings you can get into it. So this one here is absolutely brilliant. Oh, no, I had it unfolded already, so up we go again. Turn it on, and we should have access to that. So we can just go ahead and do this. Pulling in the grapes. Excellent. I absolutely love harvesting grapes and olives and all those sorts of stuff. How it like goes in, dumps down the bottom, gets conveyed, gets brought up the top, goes up, over, gets separated through little grates and drops in. I love this. I'll absolutely love it. And then as we go down, we can go either first person or yeah, the cam. So I'm kind of curious to see how many passes I can get done with double, because I'm pretty sure it was 4 rows I could get done with the 5,000 litres and have enough without going over and having to go back to the same row. Wait for the number to stop going up. Chuck a U-turn. and get stuck back onto it again. Let's just do this for a little bit as we finish off, I think. Alrighty then, finally got that all done, or as much as possible. Try to turn the HUD off and turn the thing off and all that sorts of stuff so we can finally get this great production online. There we go. Excellent. I love getting this great production online, I really do. ABC, great production, the raisins and the unpackaged grape juice. So it turns the grapes into 3 different things. Some of the unpackaged grape juice, which will then go into the bottling plant next to us, which turns it into premium and sparkling, as well as the grapeseed being able to be turned into the oil through its oil mill production in the grape mod, and some grape must that will then go into the spinnery. Where is it? Spinnery. And make some grape leatherette to be made into leather belts and shoes in the tailor. So it is actually a really balanced quite thing, and you just buy some recycled polyester and polyurethane, I think it is, from the shop. So it's many different things. We'll get this on finished off in the next episode, I reckon. So make sure you like, comment, subscribe, all that good jazz, and stay sharp till next time as always. See ya.